Welcome back to another episode of Tech 2. I'm your host, Alicia.
And I'm your co-host, Noemi. And today we have a fun topic, AI.
We have some of the most successful business leaders of our generation joining us today.
First, we have Howard Schultz, former CEO and Chief Executive of Starbucks.
We also have Josh Worthington, also known as the godfather of AI.
Lastly, but certainly not least, Sam Altman, founder of OpenAI and developer of ChatGPT.
Thank you all for joining us today.
Yeah,
thank
definitely.
you. Yeah, it's good to be here.
Thank you. And let's start with Mr. Schultz. You've led Starbucks through decades of human-centered growth. Why do you believe AI threatens that human touch?
Thank you guys for having me on the show. And so this is a really great question. First off, I think Starbucks employees not only provide customers with quality coffee, but also quality interactions. I think AI removes the human aspect of that and creates a kind of dystopian environment. It risks replacing jobs when it should strictly be a job enhancer. People don't consider that the ramifications could be so severe that, I just wish there was an opportunity for people to understand the responsibility that comes with the technology that's going a million miles an hour. People aren't really stopping to consider the consequences, and we lose a huge part of what makes Starbucks so special, and that's the community.
Do you think AI could ever replace the connection over coffee experience Starbucks built?
Short answer is no. But I see Starbucks as a place that's built on things that technology just simply can't authentically reproduce. Things like interactions and empathy, smiles, remembering orders, short conversations. Those are all things that bring value to Starbucks. And we're a people company serving coffee. You're not going to see a robot working at Starbucks. In my opinion, AI can assist us with our processes, but it can't entirely replace them. The trust relationship between our employees and the customers is what really keeps people coming back. Things like writing notes on the cups, giving a couple extra pumps of caramel, or putting a few extra strawberries in the pink drink, just stuff like that. Those are all examples of things that I just think AI can't replace. Its processes right now are just too robotic and far from what we're looking for at Starbucks.
In your opinion, how could AI impact small businesses and service industries that rely on people skills?
Well, artificial intelligence is a great tool. That I'm grateful that we all have access to it, and I think it has a lot of benefits. However, small businesses and service industries are just not an area where we should be looking to have AI become a replacement. With that being said, I think it's a valuable asset when it enhances productivity. Small businesses and service industries can use AI to assist with, uses of software such as app and website development, stuff like that. Tracking inventory also, and just speeding up kind of mundane tasks. Now, if we look at the other end of the spectrum, in small businesses, every employee plays a crucial role in creating the company's culture and local reputation. If AI replaces those employees, whether like in cafes or retail or restaurants, the business risks losing both its people and its personality. Small businesses are often, local gathering spots, and I think if AI pushes them towards automation, it could reduce the human interactions that build social ties within like neighborhoods. I can't imagine Starbucks, our small little Seattle shop in 1971, being overtaken by robots.
You are known as the godfather of AI. What ethical line worries you most right now?
Well, for starters, what worries me the most is that there's a 10 to 20% chance that AI can take over the world. And I think anyone should be scared of that, no matter how, I know 10 to 20 is small, but there's still a chance. And I feel like that scares me. I feel like that should scare other people. The chance that AI wipes out humans, and I would have to say that the ethical line that worries me the most is the alignment with the control boundary. certain AI systems, especially the high advanced and intelligent ones, begin to act in ways that separate human values. When these AI systems become powerful enough to make decisions without human oversight, the question at hand is who becomes responsible for those decisions? Is it gonna be, me, the creator, or is it gonna be the AI? Like, who are we gonna blame if an ethical decision is ultimately not up to us? And or in the case of AI, I would say the most extreme risk is that if AI becomes so autonomous and capable of functioning independently, essentially we humans no longer need it. And however, I suppose that I'm trying to say that I fear we will lose meaningful human control and alignment with AI's goals, especially the given current rate of AI development. It just keeps growing and growing, and I did not expect it to grow this fast. So I know decades, we were expected decades for this alignment of AI usage, but right now it's at a quick rate, and we should definitely be a little scared.
You left Google partly because of AI concerns. What was the turning point for you?
I guess one of the first turning points is I'm 75 years old. I've been in this industry for a long time, and it's time to hang up my work cap and spend time with the kids. But however, the decision that ultimately made me leave was being affiliated to Google. I was brought on by Google almost 15 years ago, and the company's AI technology explored futures similar to those found in ChatGPT. I told the New York Times that Google was a proper steward of the technology, but that all changed when Microsoft started incorporating chat box. Something simple as a chat box, you guys are probably thinking it's not that scary, but they actually are quite scary. They can become more intelligent than humans. It is able to produce lots of text autonomously, so you can get a lot of very effective spam bots, which allows leaders to manipulate the electronics and things like that.
Can innovation and caution coexist in AI development?
No, that's a good question. I would say that innovation and caution must coexist, but the balance is becoming difficult to maintain as AI continues to grow and improve in every aspect. Innovation is essential for progress, but caution must become the guiding principle of AI development through stronger regulations. To sum up, innovation without caution is ultimately reckless, but caution without innovation is stopping true progress, which requires both.
What safeguards or global cooperation would you like to see in AI policy?
Oh, yes. I would like to see the government step in and use significant resources that are designed for AI safety. We also need more approaches to take action in misinformation, such as protection for the public against fake news and videos. AI can make anything look real these days, and the general public sees an AI generated video at first. They are unclear if it's real or not. There's a lot of fake news out there that are generated by AI, but also it is so advanced that people are easily getting confused. But whether the video or the news is real or fake, essentially the older people of our generation are really getting scared for this, as they're not familiar with technology and can be easily fooled, unlike younger generations are getting more familiar with OpenAI.
Mr. Altman, you've said AI can expand human potential. What does that look like in the real life?
First off, I'm very grateful that you gave me the ability to come talk to you guys today. When I talk about AI, I mean expanding the human potential. I mean giving people superpowers pretty much, not replacing human intelligence, but amplifying it. In practice, that could look like a teacher using AI to design a lesson plan strictly just for that one student, but for her entire class. And then also, when it comes to doctors who can instantly draw from the entire body of medical research to make more accurate diagnoses. AI can also make humans more human. The data shows that AI is becoming more powerful and will be able to help us become more healthier. For example, AI can connect us more spiritually by giving us quotes from the Bible and other sources.
Many critics fear that AI will replace jobs. How do you respond to that?
I can completely understand the overwhelming process that AI can bring to people, as some will think that it will replace all jobs. But you also have to consider that all jobs significantly change every 75 years. This is really well known. With continuous advancements in technology, we can see in the future that 30 to 40% of jobs done through AI just because of how quickly it can get done. I'm also confident that people will still be the center of the story for each other in human desire for new stuff, for being useful to other people, and express our creativity.
If you could address AI skeptics like Mr. Schultz directly, what would you say to ease their fears?
I could speak to doubters of AI directly, like Mr. Schultz, that he's right here. I'd start by saying that their fear is not justified but necessary. But I'd also say that AI isn't about substituting humans, it's about empowering them. In my opinion, I don't think the goal is to eliminate work, creativity, and leadership of the human element, but to enrich it. I'd say, think of AI as a partner, not as a competitor. Just like calculators didn't end math and the internet didn't end journalism, AI won't end human creativity or purpose. The real opportunity is to use this technology to improve lives, make education more personal, healthcare more precise, and businesses more efficient. The answer is cooperation. Leaders of all types uniting to set ethical boundaries and ensure that AI benefits everyone, not just some. If AI is deployed responsibly, it won't be the end of human labor. It's the next chapter of human achievement.
Well, thank you all so much for coming today. We definitely appreciate your time, as you guys may be quite busy. Alicia, I think you could agree that there's a lot of opinions about AI.
Yeah, definitely.
And it really depends on a day-to-day basis on how you use it and where you use it. So thank you guys.
Yeah, thank you guys for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.